I don't know if this mic's on, so I wanted to make sure I was loud enough either way. You're going to hear from our North Dakota leaders. Maybe Julie Fedorchak already said hi to you, and Governor Armstrong. They had to go over to the House side. I don't know why those guys over in the House. You know, what are they doing, right? I'm kidding. That's a Senate joke. Anyway, great to have you all here. But before we get into our crew and some presentations, I asked a guy to stop by that I thought you might like to hear from. And go ahead and eat. We're going to run the program here. We got till 1:30, and we're going to do a number of things. Hopefully you'll find it interesting and fun. Most importantly, it's just great to have you here. But Coach Tommy Tuberville is a senator now from Alabama. And he actually coached at Auburn and beat Bama, I think, 6 times, which isn't that easy to do, as you all might know. He also, at Texas Tech, recruited a guy by the name of Patrick Mahomes. Now, some of you might have heard of Patrick Mahomes. I guess he's a mediocre to better than average quarterback in the pros. But I got a funny story by way of introducing Tuberville. Coach, we call him Coach. So he's got Tuberville, and he's got a guy by the name of Baker Mayfield as his quarterbacks at Texas Tech. Now, obviously, neither one of them as good as the NDSU quarterbacks, but both pretty good quarterbacks. And so Baker Mayfield comes into Coach Tuberville's office, and he goes, "Hey, Coach, with Patrick Mahomes here," he says, "Am I going to play, Coach?" And Coach said, "Nope." And so he transferred, as you know, Baker Mayfield transferred to Oklahoma State and won the Heisman Trophy. And so that's a guy that can recruit, right? When your backup transfers and wins the Heisman, and your starter is the best quarterback in football, now that Tom Brady is retired. Of course, I'm a Brady fan. What can I say? Older guy. But anyway, do you think that's enough introducing Kevin? Or?
You should get to some truthful things.
Oh, okay. Okay. He says I got to quit making up stuff. Coach Tommy Tuberville, thanks for coming by, Coach.
Thank you. I don't hear a lot of speeches, but I'm probably the only guy up here that really understands what y'all have gone through. And all of you do as a college athlete. Coached 40 years from Arkansas, moved around University of Miami, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Auburn, Texas Tech, Cincinnati. Made the rounds. Most fun time of my life. 40 years. Told my wife one day, it's time to get out. And so I got out and worked for ESPN for a few years. And I'm sitting around the house one morning. She walks by and goes, this house has been mine for 40 years. You need to get you a job. And so I run for the Senate. So here I am at the Clown Show, Washington, D.C., and it is that, 100%. I'm glad I'm here. Met a lot of great people, but this is actually where our country was built. Started here with a lot of great people, and it is what it is. 14-2 this year, national champions. 10 out of the last 14. My God, most of you weren't born, but I coached back in the great days at Miami. We won 3 out of 4 national championships back when we were really, really good. And so I want to congratulate all of you for what you've done. People, again, don't know how hard you've worked. The early mornings, late nights, doing stuff when the lights are not on, coaches hollering at you. It is, but an accomplishment that you've made, I do know. It is almost impossible what you've done. Almost impossible what your school's done. And again, any national championship is huge in football. You earn it. Nobody gives it to you. And it is a grind now with the championship series and all the games you have to play. And I know you went through some tough times. Let me tell you something. People notice what y'all have done at North Dakota State. They have noticed in my realm of football and athletic coaches and players, but really everybody, because what you've done and how you've done it is just absolutely amazing. So to your coaching staff, administration, cheerleaders, band, all that, you have to have all that together. But let me tell you something. Players, you will always remember this. I remember my first national championship team I was on. I've got all my rings, all my watches. We have get-togethers. 2004, I was left out of the national championship at Auburn. They took Oklahoma and USC. We were 3 undefeated teams. I didn't get to coach in it that year. We ended up undefeated, 14-0. but I still count it as national championship because we couldn't have done anything else. Only team in the SEC has ever been left out of that. Obviously, it would have to be me. But at the end of the day, guys, thank you for your hard work and effort. You stand for what America stands for. Hard work, dedication, and again, if only people knew what you had to go through to earn this championship. And again, coaches also. So thank you for what you do for your school, your state, and for your country, and keep working hard. You'll remember this 50 years from now, this same group, all of you, you will never be together again in your life, this group. Once you go leave after this, seniors will go your different separate ways. It's hard to get you all back together. Enjoy this time. God bless you. Thank you. God bless
Coach
America.
Tuberville. We're going to go through and we can decide the best order. We've got some things we're going to hand out. Coach, obviously we need to hear from you, and Matt, you may have some things you're going to hand out. And then Cam Miller, I'm going to ask that you say a few words on behalf of the offense as a team captain and a leader. And, you know, if you want to have some of your guys sound off, you can do that too. And I think Luke Wirtz for the defense is going to do the same thing. So I'm just warning you guys. I know you're, you know, great speakers and will do great, but just so you know, we're going to call each of you up to say a few words. And if you want to, you know, have some of the guys stand up, you know, and talk about either the year, pro tryouts, what comes next. But, you know, we don't, I'd actually wanted to go and around the room and have everybody stand up and just introduce themselves and say something, but I got overruled by my elite staff saying there's too many. So that's what I came up with. So if Cam, you and Luke will do that, but we'll do some awards first. And again, pull up, you know, if there's some guys you want to call on to say a few words or whatever, this is for you guys. And at the same time, if you didn't get enough food and there's any left, make sure you get up and go back. So we're going to do this for until about 1:30. And then we're going to tour the Capitol, get a picture on the Capitol steps, and then it'll be pretty close time for you all to head up to the White House, and we'll see you up there to meet with the president and so forth. So let's do some awards. Randy Hedberg, you come up here too. We got something for you. So let's start with the resolution. Should we give that to the Big Bison and Coach Polasek and the AD? Okay, this is a resolution that Kevin Cramer wrote up, because he's a much better speaker and a much better writer than I am. He's very cerebral, very thoughtful. But then I wandered down.
He rarely tells the truth.
Yeah, I wandered down, and we put it in there for y'all, and it just recognizes the Bison for the 10th national championship and what we'd say modern times, I guess, but 18th national championship overall, and you know, at least until next year when you get the 19th. And so this is in recognition of your incredible achievement, and hopefully you'll have a prominent place for that somewhere on campus.
That's super cool.
When these new recruits come in, you know, we want to make sure they see all the hardware, so they come here instead of some other school we won't mention, like South Dakota State. We'll ask Cam what he thinks. Cam, what do you think of South Dakota State? You can tell us all about it when you get up here, yeah?
Embellish.
Yeah. That was great on TV, right? When he said it right.
How many no votes were there on that resolution? I just wonder.
Oh, yeah. So Thune, Senator John Thune, who comes from South Dakota and who's a huge Jackrabbits fan. How anybody could root for a rabbit, I don't know. But he does. And so we're up there. And we put this resolution in, and then he's now the majority leader. So he then had to get up and acknowledge and agree and basically call the vote. And there was no nay votes. And so he's just suffering the whole time, and he goes, and he has to pause a few times, and he finally chokes it out. Resolution recognizing the North Dakota State Bison as the national champion. And we loved it.
It was sweet.
It was a good day.
Sweet, yeah.
It was a good
It's
day.
better than Cam's.
Probably the best day we'll have until you win and beat the Rabbits again next year. So let's see. I lost my. Okay. Next. No. Yeah, we got a flag for the. Okay, so they got the plaque. Now am I going to give them a flag? Okay. Now, so what we can do if somebody does something really, you know, outstanding, like win a national championship, we can fly a flag over the Capitol. So on behalf of myself, Senator Cramer, and Representative Julie Fedorchak, we had a flag flown for y'all over the Capitol. Do you want to read it there, Senator Cramer?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because
just
I'm
got
strong.
new
I'm strong
glasses.
enough to hold it up. It's very heavy,
yeah.
so maybe you should read it.
The flag of the United States of America, at the request of the Honorable John Hoeven, United States Senator, this flag was flown over the United States Capitol in honor of the North Dakota State University Bison football team in recognition of winning their 10th NCAA Division I FCS National Championship on January 6, 2025. It never gets tiring saying that. It's proof. It's proof that it flew over the Capitol on your behalf.
Yeah, and the other, yeah, okay, Bison.
Well, welcome, of course, to the nation's capital. You know, it's a little fact that came to mind, John, Senator Hoeven, when Coach was talking. He and I serve in this same room together on the Senate Armed Services Committee, and we serve together on the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee. And he and I do a lot of, we're on a lot of the same bills, shall we just say. We support a lot of the very same things, sitting right up in that dais right over here. So it's great to have him here. And a lot of what John said about him is true. But we're senators, you know, we just talk. It's all true. He's the best.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a really good guy. You know, to be honest, I could keep talking and screw his speech up because that was perfect. He said everything anybody'd ever want to say about you all. But I think it's what he stressed, and just having him say it, that occurs to me in a moment like this. First of all, John Hoeven and I, we have more credibility in this town knowing you than we have being us. And we can get you in the White House and we can get you in the Capitol, but you give us a little bit of extra street cred. For us, this day is us showing off. It's showing off the people we work for every single day. You know, every single week. So thanks for honoring us by being here and being our guests. I presented President Cook with some gifts that you all get. He'll share with the group at some point yesterday when he was in my office. But I have to tell you a fun story, John. So Senator Hoeven, he's very strategic about how he votes. So he knew that you were going to be here right in the middle of two votes on the floor. So he planned it, I'm so far, right? He planned it so he could be at the end of the first vote and the beginning of the second vote, so he'd only have to go over to the Capitol once instead of me, like I did twice. But my excuse, John, for voting early on the first vote, knowing I'd have to go back for the second one, is because Tommy and I had to vote 3 times in a Veteran Affairs Committee right at the wrong time. So that's why we're a little bit late. However, while I was in the chambers voting, our good friend and colleague, Senator Tim Sheehy from Montana, was sitting in the chair. He was presiding over the United States Senate. And he decided to make fun of my tie. He said, hey, Cramer, St. Patrick's Day was last month.
Bad mistake.
Bad, because I couldn't take him, and Hoeven and I together couldn't take him. He's a Navy SEAL after all. But he did feel, we could not. Maybe a couple of these guys, you and I could not. Yeah. I've heard his stories. So he's also on the Veterans Affairs Committee with me. So he had to eventually show up at the vote. And I said, well, and he looks at my tie and says, hey, that's pretty nice, once he saw what it really was. And I said, yeah, well, I got another one. And he said, you know what? I owe it to you. I'll wear your tie. So fortunately, I have a whole bunch of these in my closet in my office, and he probably didn't know that. But Senator Sheehy's going to wear one the rest of the day.
Outstanding. And
I probably actually have another one for Danes in my. Anyway, thank you all for being here. It is really our great honor to host you. Watching that last game on TV was like nothing.
Awesome.
It's like nothing I've seen. It's like nothing I've never seen except like 9 other times. And I just tell you, it never gets tiring. It never gets tiring. And we'll talk probably some more later about my instant text messages back and forth to Mar-a-Lago at that time with the president at that time, President-elect, following you guys so closely. Whatever else you think about him, what Tommy said is true, and it's reflected in Donald Trump. He has no reason, really, to follow North Dakota State University except for one. He knows the program. And that's the first thing he said to me. I can't get over that program, guys, coaches and president and the community. And I think that's the ultimate tribute. That a guy who has he's as far removed from North Dakota as you can get, culturally and otherwise, other than he does love the 66% he gets there. But other than that, he's as far removed as you can get, and yet he follows the Bison because you're that exceptional. So thanks for being an inspiration to all of us, and welcome.
Well said.
To congratulate all of you and welcome you to the Capitol. I have some personal connections to your team, which I'll mention in just a minute. But I've been thinking a lot about excellence lately, and North Dakota's commitment to excellence. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to run for Congress, because I think North Dakota just quietly does the right things over and over again, and our country can learn a lot from that. And then one of the first things that happened when I came here is NDSU won the national championship for the 10th time. And so I'm proudly wearing NDSU colors today, even though I am not personally an NDSU grad. I came from the other university up north, which I also love. But we all can embrace the fact that you all epitomize excellence. Your program, your coaching staff. Coach, congrats on this. The university administration, the president, met with President Cook this morning, just all committed to excellence. And then all of you clearly, individually committed to excellence. I have two boys. They both played football. I know what a team sport it is. One of them was quarterback. One of them was a receiver. Might have played a lot with my favorite NDSU player, Britt Sefner, back in the day at St. Mary's. One of my sons graduated with Britt, and they played on the playground since kindergarten. And you can ask him who ultimately won the challenges. But so great to see a team come together and really epitomize what it means to have a team committed to excellence, which requires individual excellence too. I hope you carry that forward in all of your careers. I'm sure you will. What you learned on the football field definitely applies to life. And so honored to have you guys representing North Dakota, our commitment to excellence, and congrats on your 10th national championship. Can't wait for you to meet President Trump. He also is committed to excellence and bringing our country forward to achieve a new era of excellence. So thank you all. Enjoy your time in D.C. and go ahead and get back to lunch. You'll be hearing from many more after me. So thanks so much.
Since then, he's put, I don't know, about 4 or 5 quarterbacks in the NFL, and of course, we'll add to that when Cam goes to the NFL. This guy is the quarterback whisperer, an incredible career. He's he's about the same age as I am, so he's way too damn young to retire, that's for sure. So we got to figure that out. But this is like we're going to call this a full retirement. You know, like this is a kind of a fake retirement, you know, like fake news. You've heard of that? Fake news. This is fake news. Fake news. But nevertheless, we're going to honor him. So don't we? What do we got? We got some good. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Randy, we had a flag. Okay, do you want to read this one?
I suppose.
Yeah, okay, we're good at this. Okay. We had a flag flown for Randy. And I kind of wrestle with this because there's no way we're going to let this guy retire. But anyway, fake news, he's retiring, so we're going to give him a flag. Go ahead. You can read this thing?
Sure.
You can ad lib if you want, if you got something else.
The flag of the United States of America. At the request of the Honorable John Hoeven, United States Senator, this flag was flown over the United States Capitol in honor of Randy Hedberg in recognition of your dedication to 45 years of coaching excellence and your temporary retirement.
Well
Something
done.
like that.
Temporary retirement.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, come here. All right. Yeah. Get around here. Coach, get over here. Okay, now, as you know, Randy talks all the time. He's talking all the time. He's very boisterous, very talkative, so we're going to give him a little time at the mic. Now, you do have to say something, Randy. Come on.
Okay.
Get up here. Get in here, guys. Gather around where we're going to put a lot of pressure on him.
Well, thanks, John. I appreciate it. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor also to have coached the last 11 years at NDSU. It's been a real treat. Had some very good players. And, I've been very fortunate to win 7 out of those 10 national championships been a part of. But it's also one thing that we talk about at NDSU, and especially our football program, we're a program. We're not a team, we're a program. And I know Coach Polisek talks about it all the time, and that's a credit to you guys as players and the coaching staff, that it's a program. And that's the best thing I can say about NDSU and the Bison football program. So thank you very much. Appreciate it. Go Bison.
I'll make this one short and sweet for all of you, but I just want you all to really understand the 2 senators sitting right next to me in our entire federal delegation, including Representative Fedorchak, who you heard from earlier. They made this happen, and we're incredibly grateful. I hope that this idea that you get to come to Washington, D.C. and get to go to the White House and meet the president and the president of the United States is a very big deal. And for all that, we really are very grateful for your leadership and support. I got communications from them very soon after the big win, very, very soon, and they're excited to provide this support. So we really do appreciate you guys very, very much. Of course, we have a number of donors here and alumni who care deeply about NDSU and helped us get here, and all of you were very grateful for everything that you do. I'm glad you mentioned all the elected officials in the room because, we're here. I was here yesterday working on representing NDSU in D.C., but the other folks already mentioned are working hard representing all of you in Bismarck, right in the middle of legislative session. So we really do deeply appreciate all of them as well. But probably most importantly, I want to congratulate all of you. It starts at the top with your athletic director, who was just named Athletic Director of the Year for the 2nd straight time. How about that? Give Matt a round of applause. And of course, Coach Polisek had a pretty good year for his inaugural year, so congratulations to you, Coach, as well. You can give your coach a round of applause. And sincerely, congratulations to you guys, the people you have around you, all the players. You're the ones that do it, and especially the seniors who stepped up. And, when I count, it's 18. So getting us our 18th national championship, that's a pretty good deal, and we're all very proud. So thanks for representing us on the field. But, of course, you guys all know I love that you're all student athletes first, and you kill it in the classroom, too, and you represent us well, and I really do appreciate that. But so congratulations again. I hope you guys have an awesome day, a day you'll remember for the rest of your lives. Thanks. Thanks,
Great.
guys.
Good deal. Yep. Thanks. Thanks, Big Bison.
Is it working? Check. Got it.
Sir.
What an honor.
Yeah, exactly.
What an honor it is to be here. I know this opportunity isn't given out, it's earned. And, on behalf of the team, we're very thankful for this opportunity. It's pretty cool. Not every day do you get to see people like you guys and, get to meet the president. But this season was extremely special, and it starts at the top with President Cook and Matt Larson and all of our coaches. Each and every week, they put us in the best possible situation for us in order to win. And then I can't thank the coaches enough, Coach Hedberg and everybody that's been here that placed these men in my life. They just did a great job of recruiting people with high character and people that are going to be my friends for my entire life, and I can't thank them enough for that. This place is truly special, and it's the best decision that I ever made was to come to NDSU, and I thank you guys for welcoming me in and believing in me, and this season couldn't have ended any better, and I'm really excited to watch next year's team, and being removed from the program for 3 months and coming back and seeing you guys lift makes me really appreciate what I had and the relationships and the friendships and the coaches that I had. This place, there's nothing like it. When I was out east training, working out with other guys, it's just not the same. You guys have a quality that will take you guys a long ways in life, and I just want to thank you guys again.
Does it happen? Okay, so Coach Polisek isn't the first. But really, on behalf of NDSU and our administration, just really want to thank the North Dakota delegation. I mean, this is truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Well, twice if you're at NDSU. But for a lot of these guys, this is a first time, and it's a really big deal. Like Randy, I've been fortunate to be here for 7 of the 10. And it's hard to differentiate between the two because they're all special. But this one was really special because so many people across the country thought the dynasty was over. Everybody except everybody in this room. You guys believed, our fan base believed, our administration believed, our coaches believed, and had unbelievable success. But it really shouldn't be a surprise. You guys represent what the upper Midwest and more importantly what North Dakota are all about. Hard work, character, integrity, service to your communities. And that's why you see the success that you have. So really proud of you guys. There's a lot of things that aren't good with college athletics right now, but I'm still a firm believer there's a lot of things that are still right. And today's one of those things, you know, opportunity to develop young men and educate and prepare them for life and give them lifelong experiences and memories. Well, that's what today is. And so really on behalf of all of us, want to thank you all for this opportunity because these are memories you're going to tell your grandkids and your grandkids about the day you were at the White House and at the Capitol building being honored. So we do have some stuff for you all as well. So, just signed this morning, but a 2024 National Championship ball for each one of you. And just because what Coach Polisek said, NDSU 35, Montana State 32. So, thank you all very much. Thank you so much. Go Bison.
All right. I know I'm known as a huge talker all the time, I guess, but yeah, I wasn't planning on talking, but I'll say a few words. Thanks, Matt Larson, like everybody said, Coach Polisek, all the other coaches, Cook, you're an awesome dude. The stuff you do behind closed curtains is honestly ridiculous. Nobody really understands it, but we all do, and we see what you do, and it means a lot. Yeah, that's all I got. Thank you, and go Bison.
Glad I finally got let in here.
I just want to stand next to this massive. So, is there anything going on with you? Like, what are you? Do you have plans for a future vocation? Is there anything that you're thinking about doing with your NDSU education that you want to talk about?
Yeah, it's been a long 3 months of unemployment. Luckily, I've had a few job interviews over the past few months. Looking forward to hopefully getting hired somewhere here at the end of April. But just want to give a huge thank you to you guys for bringing us here. Unbelievable experience for all of us to be, one, dressed up. I don't think I've seen anybody wear this many ties on our football team ever.
You look good. They look.
Yeah, they look really good.
Damn it. Hurt you to say that, didn't it?
Big thanks to President Cook, Matt Larson, the administration, everything that they do for us. A year ago in December, they made a tough hire with Coach Polisek, but I can firmly say that it was the best hire for this program, for this state, and forever grateful for that and the friendship that we've now had over the past few months and years. Big thanks to every single position coach that coached all of us players. We're very grateful for that. And we're going to enjoy a fun day and have a lot of fun, and hopefully get a bump into Senator Thune and Senator Rounds and let them know.
Oh, we'll find him.
Yeah, North Dakota State back on top. And thank you. Go Bison.
That's a great idea.
Back off what Cam said. Senators, thank you for the invite. It's a blessing, truly a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Not everybody gets to say they stood on the Senate floor or get to meet the president. So I'm truly grateful, and it's a blessing to be here. President Cook and all the administration, huge shout out to you guys, what you guys do day in and day out. Workhorse of a school, workhorse of a program. Thank you guys. Matt Larson, super AD. Shout out what you do, man. You work really hard behind the scenes. You do a great job. Coach P, run through a brick wall for you, man. Super proud of what you've done in year one, and I'm ready to see back-to-back. It's been a blessing to be a part of this program. Like Cam said, it's probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. You guys are all my brothers. You guys know that. And, yeah, go get them again next year, back-to-back. Expect it. Go Bison.
You want to arm wrestle?
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Kevin's ready for you.
Maybe later. Yeah, there's not much else to be said. I appreciate you guys having us here today for this special moment. When I came in 2019, the team just went to the White House after the 2018 championship, and I never really thought we'd be back with COVID and everything like that. And it's a surreal atmosphere here, and for you to have us here, we're really appreciating and are grateful. But, yeah, shout out to all the coaches and players. I love all you guys, and I appreciate you guys standing by our side and letting us get here to the White House. It's a really big thing for us, and I'm grateful. But that's all I've really got. Appreciate it, guys.
Much you guys pay attention to social media, but I'm kind of the guy that just knows how to jump right now. But now I'm known as Wolfman. But I didn't expect to talk today a whole lot, but I guess I can play some pretty good defense as well. Holding this Montana State team to probably about 50 yards in the first half when they were averaging over 400 yards a game. And then the second half I wasn't too happy about just because of the points and stuff. We knew they were going to come out and give us their best shot, give a few touchdowns there, but not enough to beat the Bison. Yeah, I just want to thank you guys for battling your butts off for the state of North Dakota and for the best country on this planet. Thank you to the administration for the best 6 years of my life. Matt Larson, you contributed a lot to that. Coach Polisek for a great year this past year and the relationship that we had for this past year. And I know it's going to continue to grow, and it's continuing to grow right now in a process that I am thoroughly enjoying. Maybe not as much as Greg Zabel is, but Coach Olson, my position coach and D coordinator, thank you for the best 6 years ever. I'm going to be close with you. And to the players, thank you guys for being my brothers and continue having a relationship that'll go till the day I die. But thank you guys for this opportunity. And, it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to be able to walk around here and get this invite for North Dakota State. But thank you guys. Go Bison.